to continue here, or for Mills to finally set foot in the hermit country. Alas, those characters have been ditched in favor of Russian mafiosos, so who come across as pale imitations of the tattooed fiends in David Cronenberg's Eastern Promises. So what has made the Taken franchise such a guilty pleasure so far is its take no prisoner stance toward bad guys and its no holds barred brutality. Especially coming from Neeson, an actor who radiates gravitas and nobility no matter what, although less graphic in its representation of violence than its predecessors. Taken 3 retains august realism in scenes where Mills matter of factly cracks bones and splatters brains, and the shoot 'em up car wrecks and explosions are noisier as the more bombastic than ever. So they are also unimaginatively choreographed. The zero forward momentum, even as the scale of each production has increased, the scope of the action has diminished. Compared with scattering hand grenades all over Istanbul, it's mere child's play for Mills to blow up a classroom at Kim's college. So without a doubt, the first Taken movie gave Neeson, then in his 50s, a new lease on life as an action hero. Now 62, the action actor still has an imposing presence, but more often than not, he looks pretty beat and impatient to get things over with. So Kim has evolved from an exasperately clueless brat to a feisty rescuer over 2 films, but there isn't any real progression in character development or in Grace's performance here. Stuart, a slumpy wimp as played by Alexander Berkeley in the first Taken, served as a neat foil for our straight shooting hero. So replaced here by Scott, he behaves like a dude who is supposed to be Mills' equal in gun-toting prowess. It's a wholly unconvincing transformation as a Russian mafioso. Malenkov Samsprel behave like a cardboard James Bond villain, showing some vicious individuality only in the action scenes. Tech credits are serviceable if creatively improvised. So the LA locations recall countless images of the city caught on screen, with Lancer Eric Kress frequently using panoramic and helicopter shots of the city's skyline as visual crutches. Nathaniel McKelly's ubiquitous scoreboarders on Schmalzi. If we have learned anything from the Fast and Furious movies, it's that it's perfectly okay for sequels to get stupider, so long as they also get more entertaining and more meticulously crafted. There is plenty of stupid on display in Taken 3, but otherwise this desperating action movie how somehow simultaneously fidgety and flaccid exists only to give Liam Neeson one more chance to play the role that made him Liam Neeson's unlikely autumn-year action star. So after seeing Neeson's Brian Mills lay waste to traffickers and the Albanians mafia in the 2 previous installments, the filmmakers apparently felt hard-pressed to find a bad guy who could present a viable challenge to the seasoned CIA veteran. So returning screenwriters Luc Besson and Robert Mark Kamen and director Oliver Megaton didn't even bother, instead pitting Mills against a gaggle of Russian mobsters so garishly stereotypical that they resemble the opulence eye has at guy from all those old direct TV commercials. So those cardboard cut-out villains are just one of the script's many problems, which also include dialogue so unwieldy that Neeson wrestles with it like a wad of chewing gum that still has the rapper attached, as well as the third act twist so predictable and obvious that you keep waiting for the rest twist to happen. The time around Mills' life seems relatively calm, while it's his ex Lenore who's got problems, namely that her second marriage to Stuart seems to be collapsing. She drops by Brian's place to cry on her shoulder and to make a pass, only to have Stuart pop over later to ask Brian to stay away from Lenore while they work on their marital issues. The next day, Lenore winds up in Brian's bed with her throat cut, and the cops arrive just in time to assume that Brian is the culprit. So he hastily escapes the LAPD, who are, with the exception of Dotzler,